What up? It's Uncle Shot TV. Hey, this video coming to y'all. I just had to share this. This video needs to be shared through the United States, through the world, actually. This is Andrew Tate and Chris Tate, protesting the Olympics because the mockery that they did to Christianity at the Last Supper. Y'all check this out for your own.
For sure you want to do this because Bogdan just called me and he said you're probably going to get arrested and locked up for another 30 days because you didn't announce the protest before that. So they're going to open you a new file and you're going to get arrested for 30 days, including us, babe.
Are you aware that Christ is king and he will not be mocked?
Yes.
You're aware?
We have to do that, yeah.
So what the fuck are you here for? Talking
But
about
I just want you guys to know the consequences of the actions that we're going to have to do, yeah.
Fucking looking forward to another stint in jail. Christ is king, Alex.
Yeah.
Do you know the law in Romania?
Some
when
of them.
some people are together, more than, I don't know, 5 person?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're just standing outside peacefully. We're not trying to cause any trouble. We're not going to touch the building. We're not crazy.
Yeah.
We just think that, especially in Romania, the most Christian country, I'm sure Jesus is watching all of us now. He's watching you also. It's easy to say, I just do my job, but also some things are more important than just doing a job. God is the most important thing in the world. He's the true judge. And to sit here and let France mock the country, mock your religion, make fun of every single thing you feel holy. This is the Last Supper. This is everything holy about Christianity. And we say absolutely nothing about it and say, oh, you cannot even complain. What are we doing wrong by saying that this is disgusting? This is not art.
What's very important to remember is that the European Union gave 100 million euros for France to do this Olympics. So they took your tax money,
They took your money to do
tax
this.
money, and they're making fun of Jesus Christ.
This is not-
It's our money, as Romanian taxpayers, they're using our money to do this.
There's no need. The worst thing is this has nothing to do with sports, friend. This has nothing to do with sports. They did this on purpose because they are Satanists.
Yeah.
Because they hate God, they hate Jesus, they want to corrupt your children. LGBT, they cannot have their own children, the gay people. They need your kids. When your kid goes to school and learns these things, you're going to be very angry that not enough people stood up and said that this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable to teach children these things. It's unacceptable to put it on the Olympics. We're not here to hurt anybody. But if nobody stands up, I'm a Muslim, I'm not even Christian. As a Muslim, I show more respect for Jesus Christ than most Christians. Every Christian in Romania should be outside here right now saying that this is unacceptable. This is the land of God. There's churches everywhere. This is the most Christian country in Europe. And here we are, allowing them to mock the Last Supper. Only yesterday, mocking it on TV, making fun of you,
With our money.
laughing,
With
our
your
money,
money.
and nothing happens. And we're
Okay.
the bad guys for saying someone must show that this is wrong. We're not the bad guys. We're the only people who will be looked at in history who cared. Because soon, eventually, when God is gone from society, when Christianity has disappeared from society, and we live in a world now where you have unlimited migrants coming who don't care, don't respect the country anymore, they're going to turn up, LGBT will be trying to take your children, everyone will say, where did God go? Well, when God was here, the people who fight for God, you put him in trouble with the police.
Sorry,
So that's exactly kind of what's going on in the United States, man. Like, they coming after the kids. I mean, if you want to be gay and you want to do your thing, that's cool, man. But when you're trying to indoctrinate kids and trying to come after the kids and manipulate them or influence them to that way of life and everything, if they gonna grow up to be gay and everything, that's cool. Let them go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? But trying to instill this in, and then it's just not cool. And what he doing, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all might not like him as a person or whatever, but he's standing for something. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. Like, everybody talk all this mess. That's why I had to get on here, man, because I talk all, you comment and everything in private, but it's like you got to come out in public and say this. And I ain't scared. I ain't scared to say this out in public, man. Like that shit is not right. All right, God doesn't approve of that type of lifestyle. I don't approve of that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, go ahead. I'm not for it. You know what I'm saying? And then they openly and publicly mocking him in public, and no one said anything. Now, had this been somebody said this about the LGBTQ community, it'd have been an outrage. It'd have been like thousands of people out there at the Olympics, roles reversed type thing. So by them even allowing this, showed you that hey, you let that demonic spirit come in there, it will take over. And that's why I have to share this video, man. People have to see what's going on. Like, you have to, man. You have to. I'm not saying you got to be the most religious and everything like that, but y'all got to stand for something, man. You got to stand for something. We can't stand for, like men competing against women in sports. We can't stand for them trying to indoctrinate our kids or giving our kids hormone blockers. We can't stand for that. So you got to stand for something. That's what they standing for. Let's get back to the video.
One second. I need your ID, please, and also your
I don't have ID.
I have my ID.
Do you have ID?
My ID.
I don't have passport.
I have an ID.
Well, my name is Andrew Tate.
Hello, sir.
I understand.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Your birth date and
Sorry, date of birth.
listening.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
No problem.
Here's my ID. Tristan Tate is my name.
Thanks.
No problem.
But I think, truthfully, guys, as Christians yourselves, you should understand what we're doing.
The French shouldn't have done this with European Union money.
There's no reason
It's
for
very
this.
wrong.
They wouldn't. You know what's crazy?
Your ID, please.
I don't have any ID with me.
You.
France is a Christian country, right? But
Should
they didn't do this to Islam.
Your ID, please.
They would not mock Islam like this. They
Or
only mock
Judaism.
Christianity. True or false? I think it's absolutely disgusting. This is the Last Supper of Jesus Christ. Romania is supposed to be the most Christian country in Europe. I don't know why Christians completely lost their backbone now. And you're going to allow your most sacred periods of history to be mocked openly. And nobody's going to do anything besides say, oh, the law says we need to put you in jail for telling the truth about God. Is this who the Christians of Romania have become? I think this is disgusting. I don't think this is good. And I don't think Jesus will smile upon this. It's very important that we show the French this is unacceptable. There's no reason for it. It has nothing to do with sports. It's not even sport related. It has nothing to do with dedication, admiration, any of the things the Olympics are about. This is done on purpose to mock Christians. This is done on purpose to show Christians that they're weak. This is done on purpose to show the Christians that they can make fun of you and nobody will do anything. That's what this is. These are Satanists who are mocking Christians.
I will let the French.
Hey, he's right. You know what I'm saying? He's right. Like, they just doing this. No one's standing up for it. Nobody's standing up for this. And I think that's what's going on here in the U.S., man. Ain't nobody standing up for certain things. You know, and then if you do stand up for it, they threaten your way of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get fired, you get canceled. They love to cancel somebody. You get canceled over it. If you don't agree or go with their ideology and all this other stuff, you know, or if you hurt their feelings, you don't call them by their pronouns or something. No one cared, no one cared about your feelings. So your feelings matter more than protecting children. Your feelings matter more than protecting women. Y'all say y'all protect women's rights, y'all feminists and everything like that, but what they're doing is not protecting women. Like, you putting men into women's sports, that's not protecting women. You know, you got all these books and everything in kids' school. You're not protecting children. So someone's feelings or ideology is more important than children and women in the society. I don't get it, man. And then someone funded this. Somebody funded this in Olympics, like you said. It has nothing to do with sexuality or pride or anything like that. It's sports. The Olympics is sports. It's a competition. And then they openly mocking, Christianity. And these are the only people in Romania that did something about it. Out of all the people there, he wouldn't even have a crowd if Andrew Tate and his brother didn't go down there and protest it. Because like I said before, man, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Stuff that we are unhappy with this, and they shouldn't use our money as Romanians. I pay taxes in Romania. You pay taxes, bro. They can't do this with our money. This is disgusting.
And they're doing this knowing that the Christians will not react. France is a Christian country. You know, people don't seem to understand. Let me tell you guys, I'm American. Yeah, I'm American. I'm from a country that has lost God. When you lose God in a society, you know what happens? Your son tries to become a girl. They teach this to him at 3 years old in the school. And you know what happens if you tell the teacher not to teach him this? People like you in blue uniforms come and arrest you. You're the bad guy for trying to protect your own children. That's what's going to happen when they remove God from society. You're going to end up arguing with your own children. You're going to end up arguing with your own children about what gender they are when you remove God from society. And we're sitting here saying that Romania is a beautiful country with beautiful people, and the thing that makes it beautiful is you feel God in the air here. This is the most beautiful thing about Romania. And you think you can follow the West for the money? The American government gives you dollars and the EU gives you euros, so you open your borders to people who have no business to be in Romania in the first place, and they turn up and everyone throws God away, and everyone's just going to sit in Romania, and Romania is going to stay the same. It's going to change, and the children are going to suffer. Anyone who believes in man, woman, marriage, child, and God should be here as well, as upset as we are. There's no need for this. This is absolute desecration of Jesus Christ for no possible reason other than to mock the fact that Christians have become weak. That's all this is. I say this as a Muslim man, because we respect Jesus Christ the same. They're doing it to you openly, and everybody seems to think, oh, it's okay, it'll just leave it, it'll be fine. It will not be fine. Christians would never tolerate this 20 years ago.
Bogdan, do you pay taxes? You pay taxes. $100 million of European Union money went to fund this Olympic Games. Your money, your tax money. Cameraman, your tax money. Police officers, your tax money. They
Your
use
money
your
to mock Jesus
to mock
Christ.
our God. That's not okay. $100 million of European Union money went into this show. This looks good? You like it?
Ask me a question, I'll answer it. I think that this is the only true judge holding society together. They apologized. No, they didn't apologize. They didn't. Firstly, they're not sorry. This was signed off on. They saw this and they practiced this and they spent money on this and they agreed this and they did not, and they signed off on this and they put it on the news and they put it all over the TV. They knew exactly what they were doing. It's very easy to say sorry afterwards and pretend. They're not sorry for this. And the reason they're doing this, everyone at home, I want you to understand something. They are coming for your children. They are open about this. They cannot have their own kids. They need yours. That's why every single thing they can possibly turn gay, they're turning gay. I have nothing against a gay man. If you want to be gay, fine. But it's not your job to tell my children how to act. It's not your job to infiltrate the schools. It's not your job to infiltrate Netflix. It's not your job to hijack the Olympic ceremony. It's not your job to come along and make every single cultural event gay. This has nothing to do with homosexuality. It's about sports. It has nothing to do with any sexual orientation at all. This is deliberate. And the reason I have legal troubles in America, here in Romania, is because the American government have instructed the Romanians to try and damage me. And there's still people at home in Romania who don't understand. When you speak against the devil, when you speak against Satan, they find some prosecutor and they give him enough money and they bribe him to try and ruin your life. That's all that happens. It's very simple how this world works, and the Satanists are in charge right now. And unless the people at home make it clear that we know what is going on, it's going to continue down this path. You're going to end up with more vaccines, more injections, more locking in your house. Your children will be taught more garbage. You'll lose your borders. You'll lose your national sovereignty. You'll lose your religion. You'll lose absolutely everything.
Yo, that's what's going on in the U.S. right now. The border, the religion. We're losing everything. Why? Because we got away from the Christian beliefs and things. Like, you know, back when I was younger, hey, they made you go to church. Even though you didn't want to go, they was in church. They had integrity. They had certain things that you had to do. You couldn't disrespect your elders. You couldn't disrespect your mama, your daddy. None of that. It was discipline. It was structure. It was all that. You know what I mean? Once we get away from that, look what we got. Look what's the result of that. All right? We got people out here just doing all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got women out here just out of control. You got dudes out here out of control. Right? They have no respect for nobody, right? They don't respect authority. They don't respect the elder. They don't respect nothing. So when you get away from that, you know, you lose the integrity. You know, and they know what they're doing. You know, if you don't have structure and integrity, you go to shit. You know, look what happened when they take the man out the household. It goes to shit. Because you have no structure. And we're losing structure here in the United States. We got to get that structure back. We're losing it. I mean, it's gone. I don't know what we're going to do to get it back, but we need to get some type of structure back, man. You know, because you need to reintroduce, Christ into people's life, man. That's why I'm spreading this video, all right? I want this to get out to as many people as possible so people could hear this and see that somebody actually is doing something about it. We need to be doing something, here in United States. I don't see anybody protesting this in the United States. They protesting Palestine. They protesting the Ukraine war. They protesting everything. But when this dropped, it was no protest. It was no noise on this. You know, we need to start making noise. You know what I mean? Need to be heard. Start protesting. Get out there and show what we think about it. Because that ain't cool, and they know it's not. Like you said, they know what they're doing, talking about they sorry. When they had weeks and weeks, they planned this for weeks. Of course, what they say, I forgot how the saying go. Like, I ask for forgiveness later. It's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the saying. So that's pretty much what they did. They said, okay, we're going to do this. We don't need your permission. We just say we're sorry, and then it'll go away. But, it needs to be more of an uproar. I hear nothing about this. I heard about this maybe when it first happened, and then that was it. It was no protest, no signs, none of that. That's why I'm sharing this video. Let's keep watching it.
You'll be left with nothing. And when you're left with nothing, you'll be sitting there saying, why didn't we resist? Well, now's the time to stand up and say you can't mock Jesus Christ. And nobody's doing anything. You take some Muslim man to stand out here. I don't think this whole interview should be about me. I don't know where all the Christians are. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves that they allowed this to happen. And everyone stands around and says, oh, it's okay. And then the Christian men of Romania, these gendarmerie, want to put me in jail. Whose side are we on? There's a child right here. They have a child next to transsexuals. Anyone who understands Satanism, I want you guys to actually do some research on the satanic religion. The satanic religion makes it very clear that they tell you what they're going to do. It's important for them that they tell you what they're going to do. They don't try and trick you or deceive you. If I give you a poison apple and you eat it, I murdered you. But if I say this is a poison apple and you eat it, it was your decision. Karmic retribution.
They have to tell you what they're doing, because the devil cannot make you do anything. He can't make you sin. It's all free will. So he tell you something, and then you do it anyway. That's your own free will. So that's the whole point he making right there. In case y'all didn't catch that. I know I said I wasn't gonna pause no more, but certain stuff I gotta point out. All right.
Attributions. This is very important in Satanism. They must tell you what they're going to do before they do it. This is what they believe in. They have a transgender next to children on the Olympics. Right here. They're telling you what they're going to do. They told you what they were going to do with COVID. 99.9% survival rate, it won't hurt you, we're going to lock you in your house. On purpose. All of this is done on purpose. They're telling you exactly what's going to happen. They're coming for your kids, they're coming for all your institutions. There's nothing cultural left now they haven't infiltrated. Do you really want this? Does anyone at home vote for this? Did anyone at home ask for this? Does this represent sports or France at all? Or Europe? This is disgusting, am I right? It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
There are Christians all over the world, in China, Australia, South America, who are looking at Europe now because the Olympic opening ceremony is supposed to be a celebration of sports, culture, unity. They're looking at Europe. Okay, what's France going to do for the opening Olympic Games? This. And Romanians paid for it. Every single European Union member state paid for this.
The Satanists do anything they can to push their narrative, and the Christians don't care enough to come outside on a sunny Sunday afternoon. It's not even raining. It's not even raining. What do you have to do? Come out in the sunshine and stand for 10 minutes and say, leave God alone? And they're busy? They're tired? If you don't care enough to protect your God at that level, then how long do you expect to have a religion or a society left? This is why the Christian West is failing. The whole idea of Christianity in the West is mocked now. It doesn't even exist anymore. Because they've become decadent, my friend. Their lives have been too easy for too long. They believe that it's all going to work out fine in the end. That's not how the world works. And some things are bigger than yourself. My mission is bigger than myself. When I started speaking about the issues I did, I knew I would get police arrested. And here I am again. Some things are bigger than yourself. I have all the money in the world. I don't give a shit about money and cars and houses. I have these things. What's important is knowing you did the right thing before God. This is what allows you to sleep well at night. I'll sleep just fine in jail if they put me in jail. I'll sleep just fine. I don't know how the men at home who call themselves Christian, when they're trying to brainwash your children into having sex changes, can sleep. Because I'll sleep in jail. You're going to be at home, but how are you sleeping? I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm not here to damage any buildings. I'm not here to riot. I'm here to make it clear that if you're going to insult Jesus Christ, there's going to be a proportion of the population, a contingent of the populace who is unhappy with that and finds that abhorrent. And I think that's a pretty fair thing to do in a democratic, free country like Romania, the most Christian country in Europe, to stand up and say, don't mock Jesus Christ. Is that wrong?
You don't want to join us? If you get fines, I will pay them myself.
Go to jail for Jesus.
Yeah. If you get fined, I will pay the fine.
Well, I don't want to cause trouble. I don't want to
No,
make trouble.
they have to stay there, please.
Okay, sorry, the police said you have to stay there. I apologize. I understand. Sorry, bro.
I'm tired of these faggots. I've had enough. I've had enough of them. Chop your dick off. Just do it in silence, not on my TV screen.
Well, we made our point. We're
We don't
unhappy.
make trouble.
We don't make trouble. Thank you. Go. God bless you. Christos a enviado.
I've had enough of their garbage. It's about time people start standing up and doing something. It's about time people started enforcing respect upon their beliefs. It is Christianity, even as a Muslim, I admit, it's Christianity that built the Western world. And if you want to live in a Western society, Christianity must be respected. It's as simple as that.
The police are trying to do their jobs, obviously. Respect to the police officers, their tax money paid for this abomination. We just came here to let the French know that we're extremely unhappy how they spent our European Union money. I hope you're all as unhappy as I am. And thanks for coming out. And I think we made our point.
Hey, yo, that's Andrew Tate, man, and his brother Christian, man. Look, they're not even Christian. They're Muslim. And they standing up for this because they know that it ain't right. It ain't right what happened. And I'm surprised, like they said, ain't more Christians out there protesting. I told you, they ain't doing it out here. We lost. You know, but at least people out there clapping. You'd have people screaming and yelling, talking about how much of a bigot and how much of a fascist you are. But who's the fascist if you the one trying to silence the people that's speaking what they believe in, right? It's Uncle Shot, man. It's your favorite Uncle Shot TV. Share this video. Keep spreading it on. If you want to hear other people's comment, Poor Man Podcast, y'all check these guys out. I'm going to leave the link in the description. All right? Hey, and I'm out, man. Subscribe. Hit that bell.